Many Indian teachers have taken part in these events. But for the first time this year, an Indian school has been chosen as a Pathfinder school. A school that has made considerable progress in implementation of information and communication technology in education. So of course we're talking about a privileged school, children with their own laptops. Are you doing anything to reach out to children who may not have a laptop each?
Yes, we do. Very close to where our school is located in Girgambakam in Chennai, we have a village panchayat school which does not even have the basic amenities which is supposed to be there in a school. Now, we as a school and our student council, we have taken it up to go on a one-on-one tutoring to help those children. So our children actually go and help out those children in maybe teaching them whatever they would like to teach.
Well, certainly this is an amazing time for me because I get to see the energy that happens with these teachers who are really doing amazing, inspirational things. The themes this year are tremendous. You see teachers who are increasingly looking for a global perspective. Having partnerships and collaboration with teachers from other countries is great to see. Focusing on developing skills, you know, beyond just the content of learners, but demonstrating leadership skills, creative thinking skills, collaboration skills from their students.
Time now for the Indian teachers to take a better look at the beautiful city hosting the event. And calling out to them is a spectacular Table Mountain. Table Mountain, towering above Cape Town, gives the city an absolute air of exotic beauty. You can see the city behind, well, as much as you can see through the clouds. And on that side, a thick white cloud, which the locals call the tablecloth, covering as it does Table Mountain. Well, right now, I'm in cloud 9. Well, Table Mountain is surely spectacular to look at from down below in Cape Town. But up here, once you come up here in the cable cars, the view is just spectacular. It's like a waterfall of clouds coming down. I've never seen anything like this. The Indian teachers, who were thrilled by the view from Table Mountain, do of course know that India is one of the countries where the use of technology in teaching often faces the stumbling block of lack of infrastructure.
With the lack of infrastructure that we have today, the easiest way to try and get a larger coverage of education is to go online. Try to use technology as much as possible to get more teachers trained, more children trained. And we see that happening. Today we have 82 locations where we train teachers across the country, and we're reaching about 3 to 5 lakh children every year, which I think is a huge number. It's a combined effort. We're a joint initiative with the government of each state.
And what is the response to technology in education from students in the Rainbow Nation of South Africa? We visited 2 very different schools to get an idea. Our first stop was St. Cyprian's. This is an Anglican school founded way back in 1871 and considered one of Cape Town's leading girls' schools. The age range of the students is from just 3 to 18 years old. St. Cyprian's is certainly not your average school. It's really one of the better schools, one of the older schools here in Cape Town, and the location is absolutely fantastic. And of course, the use of computers is really taken for granted by both the students and their teachers.
I really love it here. It's been a great experience for me.
What kind of technology do you use? Are you on computers a lot in terms of your schoolwork?
I do use the computers quite a lot, especially now that this this new area has been built.
We were looking at baboons in the Western Cape. We were following that. We picked up a link with a person in Australia, where there was a sanctuary for baboons, and then the girls started interacting, and it was amazing. And that was just from following a thought.
And how old are the girls really when they get onto the computer?
Our girls from grade 1, so it's 6 years, 5, 6 years old. Yeah, and we encourage that, yeah.
And perfect comfort really at home and in school on the...
Absolutely, absolutely. I actually learned from them. All the shortcuts, of course.
Absolutely. St. Cyprian's has its own website. They can access a whole lot of stuff on this, whether it's assignments, whether it's dates of exams, whether it's dates on which to hand in projects. Class notes from the classes that have been taken are also up on this. They can refer back to those class notes whenever they need to. And students can post questions which are answered not just by the teachers but by the other students as well. So it's really a very, very interactive thing. Right now students and teachers can access this, and shortly parents will be able to access this too. And just look at this, a chance for the student to do some serious astronomy.
This is one of 4 telescopes that have been put in different places around the world to take multi-longitudinal sightings of a mini quasar. And the great thing about this is the girls themselves will be doing readings that will be used for actual ongoing research on the emission of jets from quasars. And the advantage of putting it in the girls' boarding school is, first of all, that girls themselves will get involved in astronomy in a really hands-on way. But secondly, it has to be a boarding school because we have to do the readings at night.
The second school we're visiting is Oval North. It looks very, very different from St. Cyprian's. It's some distance out of Cape Town, and we'll be going to see what kind of way they're using IT in education here. In many schools in poorer areas of South Africa, the amount spent on security to protect computers is sometimes more than the amount spent on the computers themselves. There are a lot of grills at Oval North. Many of the students do not have access to computers at home.
We use computers for research, doing tasks and that, going on the internet.
We can access a site on the internet in the classroom, so it helps a lot.
It does help.
It saves time.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you have any hesitation, like, using the computer for your work, or were you comfortable from the start?
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable?
Because I didn't know how to do 3D drawings and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I started biased.
You got used to it later on.
Comfortable with it, but it's just sadness because you can't use the internet for Facebook.
You're not allowed to use it for Facebook.
I know.
These are tough rules your school has.
Yes, they're using up all our cap with their Facebook, so we don't really allow them to. But they do take their chances.
What about at home? Do you have computers at home? Do you use them at home or just in school?
We do use computer at home, but we don't have internet on our computers at home. So we rather come to school, use the internet and for our schoolwork.
What are the challenges here really when it comes to getting the kids here involved in computers, technology?
Very few of them have computers at home. So the first challenge is to get them computer literate, and secondly, to teach them the power of the computer.
Most of the funding comes from the school, unfortunately. Yes.
Okay.
Normally they come and they implement, we've got nice labs, but once it's there, it's up to us to maintain
to run it. Okay.
Which makes it difficult if you just have a look at the area that we serve, the community that we serve. It's not, I wouldn't say it's not people that's got the financial ability to maintain this, so it's up to the school all the time.
Back to the Education Forum, where an international panel of judges has visited every stall, and they have selected semi-finalists in this event. Those selected are marked out by this beaded green chameleon. There is disappointment and joy. The Indian camp has 2 semi-finalists. 2 semi-finalists from India. How do you tell
Absolutely thrilling. It's because especially because last year we were not in the semi-finalists as well. So this time getting 2 semi-finalists is fabulous. Of course, I have to deal with the emotions of the rest. and they're all teachers. They know the contest and all is like secondary. At the same time, it just hits.
Well, it's a nod from the judges for Raghavendra Rao. And what do you think it was about your project that appealed to them?
It's very good. They just, it's amazing they told.
A very kind person has come round, and it's, I believe, is it Ganesha? I might get that wrong.
Right, yes.
And is the god of education.
Our project now is message for all the world.
They will decide that we will be the winner.
Well, the final winners of the 12 Worldwide Innovative Educator Awards would be announced at the forum's final event, the last gathering of this diverse group of teachers. At the foothills of beautiful Table Mountain is where the final event of the Innovative Education Forum actually kicks off. It's a gala dinner. This is where the finalists will be announced, the final winners of the competition between the 125 teachers and their special projects. And it's really very much an Africa theme. There were some, though, like the Turkish delegation, who did seem fond of Indian music too. Indian teachers were not among the final 12 winners, but everybody who made it here was really already a winner. The Educator's Choice Award went to the team from the Arab countries who spoke of acceptance of differences among people. Perhaps the most appropriate summing up of this diverse range of teachers who share major passions. The desire to teach better, to reach out to the next generation and to really make a difference. Hundreds of educators from around the world came here to this beautiful part of Southern Africa, to Cape Town, to talk about their passion, education. They've energized each other, and if they can transmit that energy when they go back home to their students, well, that's really what it's all been about. And if they can use technology to help engage and educate the children of the 21st century, well, it's all been worth it. With camera person Alphonse Raj, Maya Sharma in Cape Town for NDTV.